Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Building the Ultimate Matchbox Car Collection. My name's Tyrone and today I want to share with you the latest adventure of mine into the world of Matchbox. This time it's models of yesteryear. I acquired a set of 4 a couple of weeks ago now from Queensland. It arrived in the post and opened it up this morning. They're all immaculate, but I'm a bit concerned about the dust on these ones, so I won't have them anywhere near my other cars for a while until I can brush them off. I did try this morning to attack it with the old paintbrush, but it's not the normal kind of dust. It's from this really dodgy packaging. It's plastic coated with some goo to make it look like velvet, and over the years, and these are from the early 80s, the packaging's deteriorated with a bit of UV and made for a very dusty hazard to the models. I'll either throw the packaging away or wrap it in plastic for whenever or if ever they're resold. That was the window box they came in. It's quite worn, so not of any great value to me. And the other problem it's kicked up, which isn't really a problem, is, or not one I can't fix with a little bit of thought and effort, is eventually all my cars are going to be in these trays here that I've been building, and of course the larger models don't fit, so the next ones I construct will have to have these placed at wider intervals so they can all go that way. So as you can see, the old packaging isn't really an issue, but it's kicking up a few challenges. So with that in mind, we'll have a look at this one and the other 3 of the 4 that I got. And if it looks like I'm reading all the information off the back of the box, it's because I am. Because I really don't know anything at all about these cars, apart from that they're from the 20s and 30s. They did appear in this catalogue, but as a kid I never really looked at them because we never collected them. But here is that one there. This being the 1982-83 collector's catalogue. But even with my old person glasses on, it's better for me to read it off the back of this box. So, this one here, in very good nick, apart from the dust, as I mentioned earlier, is the 1928 Mercedes-Benz Ss Coupe. All the scales on these ones are slightly different to the other, for reasons unknown. I'd only guess it's to make them look better in a group if you display them as a set. The little blog on the back of the box basically says what it is. It's from the late 20s, powerful supercharged 7-litre engine, 4-speed gearbox and twin carburetors. It was capable of 100 miles an hour, which seems a bit pedestrian these days, but you know, we're approaching 100 years old, so what do you want? So that's that one there. As I say, I don't know a lot about these, so we'll just zip through them and get the dusty little buggers off my table. This one is a Spootz Beer Cat. Don't know much about the Spootz company, only that it's an American, despite the German sounding name. This is a 1931 Beer Cat. as a Matchbox model. It says here it was first issued 1974, 155 horsepower, a factory guarantee of 100 miles an hour. Price when new was $4,995, which probably would have been more than a block of flats back then. Ultimate design in 1931, blah blah blah, and not much else info. But it's got a cute little boat tail rear end, luggage rack on the back bumper. Not sure what you do if it started raining, but then it doesn't have a roof either, so the luggage would be the least of your problems. So that can go there. And next up is 1937 Mercedes-Benz 540K. This is more of a limo, isn't it? So this scale is 1 to 35, which is odd because the other Mercedes, the silver one, is 1 to 54, and the Spootz is 1 to 44. So, as I say, my only guess is it's to make them look good together. The Mercedes 540K, Matchbox first brought it out in 1981. Blah 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 blah. It's got a 5.4. I shouldn't say blah blah because I'm trying to educate myself as well as the interested viewer. But 5.4 litre straight 8 engine, had an overhead camshaft and clutch engaged supercharger, but was bulky, heavy and not powerful enough. 180 brake horsepower to propel so much metal at any speed. The speed was a little over 100 miles an hour, so kept up with the roadsters. Independent suspension, so it was a very comfortable touring car. Now, the only thing I have to compare with this, because these are my only ones to date, is a much larger car. This is 1 to 18 scale and a Cadillac. And bring this camera back just a little bit. And of course the 1 to 18 affords a lot more detail. The roof pops off. I won't spend too much time on this because it's not a Matchbox, and with the channel name suggesting I like Matchbox, I should really stick to the title product. But yeah, as I say, a lot more features on these bigger ones, obviously. They're fun to have, but you know, the size and cost of these, it's really not practical to own a great many of them. So put that little show off over there. Get back to the subject matter. And fourth but not least is the Auburn, another American company, 1933 Auburn. This is in 1 to 42 scale, awkwardly. It was fully tested and guaranteed to exceed 100 miles an hour. So they're all competing with each other, obviously, the world sportsters and luxury cars in general. They proved that, in fact, it drove at an average speed of 103 miles an hour, an all-important 3 miles quicker, over a 24-hour race. Wow, really? The car that did that is now in Hampshire, England, which incidentally is where these models were built, back when Matchbox was owned by the English. and make way for another little show off in 1 to 18. Big Granddaddy. Again, not Matchbox, but it's very pretty. This is the same model. Suicide doors, which I love. Over there. Back to the Matchbox. So, that is the first adventure into models of yesteryear for me. I'm sure there'll be a lot more to come. I think there's maybe a dozen, 18, 20 maybe, issued just in 1981 of these. I'll have to do some exploring through the other catalogues to see if and when they brought these guys out in different colours. I hope not, because I'll have to build more trays to fit them, and once I build those trays they're sort of stuck on the sizes I set them at. Yeah, nice little sidestep from the 1 to 64 scale cars, and look forward to finding and collecting more. But for now I'll be meticulously dusting these guys off any way I can before they go into the main collection. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye.